It's time to do better. Beacon's Be Better Group Health Plan now offers new and improved options that make health insurance affordable for small to medium businesses. Good medical cover gives you a competitive edge and takes care of the people that take care of your business. Get a better plan to build a better business. Call Beacon or log on to beacon.co.tt for more info today.
If you're working for a while, come by Cuts and make you smile. Cuts Black Friday come around. We are the best prices in town. Black Friday starts now at Cuts. Yeah, it's back. Cuts Black Friday. I tell you, hurry fast. Traffic on the highway. You know we got unbeatable prices. And furniture, electronics and appliances. Are you coming? Say yeah. Weekly prices. Biggest and best deals of this season. Shop and credit to win big. And pay nothing until next year February. Rock out and come down to Cuts. Cuts already load. Cuts already load. Black Friday starts. Cuts already load. And go when Black Friday come out.
Welcome to the future of shopping with Real Value IGA mobile app. Now, your favorite supermarket is right in your pocket. Whether you're a student, a busy parent, or in the diaspora shopping for friends and family at home, a Yachty, or a Grenadian, our mobile app has you covered. Shop online with our mobile app from anywhere and enjoy free delivery to St. George and St. David. Or you can pick up your groceries in-store, hassle-free. Convenience, savings, and a seamless experience in Grenada. All right here at your fingertips. Download the Real Value IGA mobile app and start shopping today. Real Value IGA, bringing the supermarket to you.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via Superb Service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibbin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
Contractors and Machinery. We are your one-stop engineering and consultancy company with experience locally, regionally, and internationally. We provide excavation services and engineering consultancy, construction of residential and commercial structures, civil works such as drainage, retaining walls, roads, concrete patio services, paving services, concrete driveway services, remodeling and renovation, painting services, styling services, and so much more. Ask about our rental services of excavators, heavy equipment, metal formwork, and steel prop. Contact us today via telephone number 537-9675 or email infinitecontractors19@gmail.com.
Diamond. All right, of course, we have to say welcome. Okay, welcome, one and all. Just give me a moment. Let me just fix that really quickly. All right, let me just fix that really quickly. All right, so we are good to go. I apologize for that. So welcome again. We are coming out of another very interesting, a very eventful weekend. So much things happened. And of course, I am happy that you're here with us. We're going to talk about some of the things noteworthy. All right. Big up to the people who are here with us for the first time, and to those of you who are always here, we call it the usual suspects. We have to say hello to you as well. Temporary suspension of classes in schools in St. Andrew due to water shortage. All right. We're going to talk to you about that. Prime Minister out of state. We'll talk to you about that. What's going on with the weather? We'll talk about that. Fishing vessel inspections. We'll talk about that as well. They did a nice little thing on Hurricane Beryl, boy. That I'm looking forward to sharing with you. You know, documentary on the aftermath of Hurricane Beryl. It's been produced by the Ministry of Mobilization. We're going to be able to share that in a moment. And other things on the business. Gotta let you know the headlines brought to you through the kind compliments of Quartz Grenada Limited, Digicel, Nawasa, Real Value, IGA Supermarket, Superb Distributors. We've got Infinite Contractors on board with us. We've got the Beacon Insurance on board with us, and all the other companies making Mikey life possible. We say thank you very much, and we are happy to have you on board. Taking a quick little thing, and when we come back, it will be real news in all Lily Lolo. So brace yourselves, all right? We will be back very, very shortly. And remember that someone sharing tonight's program will receive some free credits, compliments. Did you sell family? That lucky person might just be you. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches, and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess, and Klein, and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays, 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only. All right, family. Again, we gotta say welcome to one and all. It was one hell of a weekend. Wow, it was rain, a lot of rain, and due to the rains, well, we had a lot of landslides. We had flooding in areas that we haven't seen in a while, but there were a lot of slides, and of course, causing interruption in traffic. In rural communities, we found that there were a lot of fallen trees, and even in some places, trees fell and it blocked off the road. But of course, that was immediately removed. You know, communities, they don't stick around and watch road block just so they just come out and it does help. But boy, that was one hell of a weekend, and of course, it was not only Grenada that was experiencing this, because I know that the lightning night, we had people from St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Trinidad and Tobago talking about it as well. The lightning and thunder night. Oh, that was Saturday night, was it? But anyway, we should expect that kind of weather for another day or so. So brace yourselves. That also interrupted school for some areas. We received a message that due to the inclement weather on Friday night into Saturday morning last, and the destruction caused to water supply infrastructures and an impending shortage of the commodity, several schools in St. Andrew had to suspend classes for today. Now, a notice was sent out indicating that classes have been suspended in 7 schools. It said this is because of the interruption in the water supply to areas served by the Maribo dams. All right, that was the schools affected was St. Andrew Anglican Primary School, Telescope Primary, St. Andrew Methodist, St. Michael's Catholic in Bylands, St. Andrew Catholic, Grenville Secondary, and St. Andrew Anglican Secondary. There were some other people who talked about their school also being affected, but Nawasa had their challenges with water. I know that they had to get people, their teams to work extra, just put up a little extra because the damage was so extensive, and they had to do what they had to do to get things back up and running. So yeah, Hopefully things will get back to normal pretty soon. Now, for a little bit of exciting news, of course, we have to highlight our athletes out there. Huge congratulations goes out to Grenada for securing second place at this year's OECS Swimming Championships with an outstanding 1,301.50 points. And understand? So bless up, y'all always make us proud. And understand? So yeah, man, we're doing good in swimming, and we just need a nice aquatic center. You understand? So that because they have a lot of good swimmers, and we can't stick on the binnet. You know, I think that we'll do well there as well. You understand what I'm saying? Good. So we are moving on. The Fisheries Division, all right. Inspectors, they'll be out in the field this week. All right, and of course they're doing inspection, and boat owners and things, y'all have to do, you know, well, all you know the business. So don't let me tell all it twice. All right, so inspection for today was at Victoria. All right, so for tomorrow's going to be the 12th. Right, tomorrow, that's Tuesday, Waltham Bay. All right, from 9:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. On the 13th, Grenville Jetty, 9:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. The 13th, they'll be at Soubise Bay, 2 p.m. to 4. Duquesne Bay on the 14th, 1 p.m. to 2. Derby Bay for the 14th, 2:30 to 3:30 p.m. Grand Roy Bay, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. on the 15th. And Palmis Bay on that same day, 1:30 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. So Grand Roy Bay, 1 p.m. to 2. And for Palmis Bay, 1:30 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. So please be guided accordingly. All right. What else do we have to tell you? The body of a young man was found in his home. I believe it was in Current yesterday. You know, there's no certainty as to what happened. Yes, but I'm sure that an investigation will be done to determine the cause of death for that young man who was found dead on Sunday at his home in St. David. Speaking of St. David, the Honorable Deacon Mitchell left the state today, November 9th, to attend the 29th United Nations Climate Change Conference, of parties, COP29, this year's conference, which is taking place in Baku. Don't ask me to pronounce that word. Everybody been trying to pronounce the word Azerbaijan. And that's going to be from November 11 to the 22nd, 2024. It will bring together world leaders, environmental experts, and climate change activists with the aim of advancing their collective efforts to combat climate change. During his participation at the conference from the 12th to the 14th, the Prime Minister will join Honorable Kiween James, Minister for Climate Resilience, the Environment and Renewable Energy. Other Caribbean and world leaders in high-level meetings to discuss advancing our clear energy solutions, enhancing climate resilience, and promoting sustainable development. Prior to arriving at Azerbaijan, he will attend the Dominican Labour Party's convention in Dominica on November 10th. That was yesterday. Right? And following Azerbaijan, the Prime Minister will attend the Bermuda Progressive Labour Party's 61st anniversary event on November 16th. The Prime Minister will return to the state on November 17th. Upon his return, he will then travel to Guyana to attend the CARICOM India Summit as chairman of CARICOM from November 20 to 22nd. Honorable Andy Williams, the Minister for Mobilization, Implementation and Transformation, will serve as Prime Minister in the absence of Honorable Deacon Mitchell. Okay, how we looking? All you, when is election? Things are looking politically. Let me reverse what I was about to say. Politically, things seem to be heating up. All right. Yesterday, again, another political meeting was held by the new national party, and they seem to be in campaign mode. Maybe, you know, because somebody asked me yesterday, Mikey, when's the election? I'm like, okay, we have a couple years again, but the thing hitting up. You understand? The thing is hitting up. I just can't wait to set up my thing to do the election coverage. Honestly, your coverage and your coverage. You see what happened in the United States the other day? That put real people to sleep. That's why people get up. People get up and they had all kind of heart attack and all kind of it because the coverage was so boring they fall asleep, and then it's only to wake up to bad or funny news for those who didn't want the boy to win. But for those who wanted him to win, ting. But it is boring bad. So we are giving you the assurance that whenever our elections come around, we will turn up the thing and show them how the business is done. And understand how the business is done. On another note, though, the Ministry of Youth Development, Sports, and blah blah blah, you know, the whole works. They continue to do their series of youth parliament, and today they highlighted the constituencies within the parish of St. George. And I have to tell you, boy, the thing different, boy. To hear the youngsters speak of the social issues, the economic issues, you know, the religious issues, health issues. It just warms my heart to see that they are so invested in the whole business. Understand? We have a bright future ahead. We don't only hear negative thing about young people, but I'm telling you all there, them people, them children, them bright boy, no. Understand? Anyway, lately that door we're moving. The Bank and General Workers Union, the BGWU, they have a new 11-member executive to guide the affairs of the organization for the next 2 years. Now, they were elected out of a convention that was held last Thursday. Joseph Mitchell is the President General, Hillary Walker, First Vice President, Kathy Ann Worm, Second Vice President, Lindona Charles Harford, General Secretary, Tanae Morell, Assistant General Secretary, Dylan Samuel, Treasurer, 3 trustees, Rondell Johnson, Karen Romaine, and Carla Haywood, and the floor member, Kendon Mitchell and Francis Amadi. So that those are the floor members, all right? So they have a new, how they call it. We'll give you the names and ting. Yeah, so I'm showing all you. Good. Audio, not very often do we get to see certain things documented in our country. For whatever reason, we don't spend enough time on documenting our history. And so people don't just come and tell us things. And then we just believe it. We just have it like gospel. And then something just infiltrates, you know, in our livelihoods and our life. And certain things just becomes part of us, even if it's not true. And that, in part, is due to the fact that we don't properly document our history. So it's what people say. You understand? But our burial experience, to some degree, was documented. And they put out a nice little business on the business. You understand? In which I will be happy to share with you. We have a little length on it, but I say, you know what? These are the things that we should focus on. It's a documentary on the aftermath of Hurricane Beryl, and it was produced, like executive production by the Ministry of Mobilization, Implementation and Transformation, and sharing it with the world.
July 1st, 2024. Hurricane Beryl struck Grenada, Carriacou, and PC Martinique with devastating force. The storm, though brief, left widespread destruction in its wake, with the northern part of Grenada, along with Carriacou and PC Martinique, suffering the most.
Oh my, trust me, you don't want to experience that. It was a crazy scene. Like a movie, yeah?
So this is where we rode out Hurricane Beryl. Yeah, there was a roof, but we were here when it blew away.
It's scary, and you don't know if you're going to see you next day. I experienced Ivan already, but this one look like more worse.
So this is where we was at first. And then the windows started to break, so we had to move from here and go to that bigger part. And by the time we went in there, the roof was going. And then when the eye of the hurricane thing ceased, we tried to come out and end up here. And here we are right now.
We're washing, as you see. We're doing everything. We're washing because them children are no clothes to wear, so we have no food, everything gone.
Entire neighborhoods were devastated. Homes, roads, and infrastructure were severely damaged, leaving communities struggling to recover.
Let me see that we have had extensive damages to houses in places like Livera, Rose Hill, River Sally, and sporadic ones around the place in Latas. Notwithstanding, we believe that the brunt of the damage went towards the agriculture sector. We have lost several fruit trees, mangoes, breadfruit trees, cocoa trees. We have also lost nutmeg trees and other tree crop. We believe that we will be down for fruit crop in quite a while if we do not actually take some attention towards rebuilding the agriculture sector here in St. Patrick.
Fortunately, in Redmud, the damage to housing was not as severe as in other areas. I think there were only about 2 buildings that were affected. In Darby and Prospect area, we have quite a number of people who lost their roof. A couple of houses totally demolished by Beryl. Moncraven, yesterday I did Moncraven, and Front Street, Back Street, they have significant damage in terms of people losing a roof, walls collapsing, and so on. If you were to walk through the Mount Rodney Road, you would think that it was a beach because there was so much sand that lodged there.
So presently I'm in Fountain. It's one of the most northerly villages in St. Mark, and it's primarily a farming area. These villages, they're either farming or they do a lot of construction and so on, and so they're hard hit. As you look around, you can see the nutmeg trees on the ground, the cocoa trees on the ground, and that is a livelihood. So we are very concerned. Maybe 1 or 2 pieces of roofs, as to my right, a significant portion of roof went, and the young men there are trying to see what they can do to repair. And to my back and towards the left, one lady lost all the how shall I say it, the stock of her little shop that she was making a living by, and the roof of the house right next to it also went.
I don't think there's any doubt that the warming of our oceans is fueling the ferocity of those storms and is creating havoc and putting our lives and our livelihoods, our actual civilization, our very existence into jeopardy.
Nothing prepared you for this. You didn't prepare? Nothing prepared you for this. Are we strong? Listen, we still alive. We will live with it. We will rebuild.
In the aftermath of Hurricane Beryl, the government of Grenada entrusted the Ministry of Mobilization, Implementation, and Transformation with the monumental task of leading the cleanup efforts. It was a call not just for action, but for unity, resilience, and hope. Faced with the immense challenges left behind by Hurricane Beryl, the ministry quickly mobilized. With resources gathered and teams assembled, they set out for the hardest hit areas: St. Mark, St. Patrick, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. As part of the initial response to the devastation left behind by Hurricane Beryl, the Ministry of Mobilization, Implementation, and Transformation directed its first major cleanup efforts to St. Patrick and St. Mark. This marked the start of a coordinated effort to clear debris and restore safe and livable conditions for the communities affected. From the shores to the streets, the cleanup in St. Patrick and St. Mark set the tone for what was to come as the ministry expanded its efforts across the island to Carriacou and Petit Martinique.
We have one crew heading to Petit Martinique, and that crew is focused on doing their cleanup. Also, they are focused on rebuilding. Some people need some temporary measures in terms of tackling and so, and they have no one to do it in Petit Martinique. We had a meeting yesterday and they complained about it. So we had one of some carpenters and so going across the PD Market to assist the people in that area. For Carriacou, we started by the Leicester area, right outside the port, and we are going into Lawrencetown and Hillsborough. What we are doing, we are cleaning on the side of the road, and we have one gang in town, and it's like a power gang, and we just heading from Leicester, because when someone comes to carry on the port, that's the person that they see. So you want to make it look, better, at the end of the day. So we have everyone here, young, old, male, female. We are doing our best to ensure that we make a sense of normalcy to the area, so that people can travel us in a better.
With more hands on deck, it makes the work much lighter. So again, I just want to emphasize my appreciation to all the volunteers, and in particular, the Ministry of MIT, the Action Ministry, for organizing this to help. By this effort by the Ministry of Implementation and Mobilization, it will spark the interest of the people to come out and clean up even more. So I want to again thank the Ministry of Mobilization for its effort. Yeah.
With efforts led by the Honorable Minister Andy Williams and the Ministry of Mobilization, Implementation and Transformation, this was more than just a response. It was a commitment to bring back hope to the communities that needed it the most.
And I'm grateful to everyone that really took time from the busy schedule to come back and support. We are really grateful for that. And the people of Carriacou PD Market are grateful also. So this was just a proud moment to see when the hospital arrived. The amount of people that came from the roads. We said our prayer to bless the day, and then we could be started.
With the first light of day, the work began. Shovels in hand, boots on the ground, and a determination that carried each person forward. This was a shared mission. Neighbors helping neighbors, united by a sense of purpose. With government agencies, private sector partners, and local communities coming together, the task was not just to clean up, but to restore hope and resilience to those hardest hit.
What we gotta do is just tomorrow think about rebuilding.
I've never heard of this island. I did a little research, of course, before I came, and what I read about it, two things. It's the safest place in the Caribbean, and they have the friendliest people in the Caribbean, and that's the only way you can describe it. These people are incredible.
If I take time and I write down all the things that I love on my island, best believe my list gon' be like 5 miles long. Best believe it's love that makes me sing this song. The cleanest breeze on the waters, friendly people meet in every corner. Togetherness and love is what we stand for. We stand for. We stand for.
Oh, island in the sun. Look at how we've grown, how far we've run. 50 years we strong and more to come. More to come. More to come. I'm going higher. 50 years we're blessed, we're forged in fire. Still reaching for more. Going up, going up, 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 up. Going up, going up, going up, 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 up. We're going higher. Going higher.
We are Grenadians. We are strong. We are survivors. And we are resilient. Through every storm, through every challenge, we stand together, united by our history, driven by our hope. From the hills of St. Patrick to the shores of Carriacou and Petit Martinique, we will rise, we will rebuild, and we will be renewed. In the face of adversity, we do not falter. Instead, we come together as one, neighbors, families, communities, bound by our unbreakable spirit. We are the heartbeat of this nation, and through our struggles, we find our strength. We are Grenada, Carriacou, and PC Martinique, and regardless of the obstacle, we will always move forward, hand in hand, determined to build a future worthy of our past.
Oh, you mean? We going up, going up, going up, 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 going up, going up, going up, 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 up. Inspire, build advances, want people together. Going up, going up, going up, 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 going up.
Utter and complete devastation, not just of the homes, but the environment. I mean, the mangroves, the trees. You know, it's like a war. And in a sense, that's kind of what I think we're going through, climatic war. So, you know, it's emotional, it's tough to see. It's tough to take Carriacou, the beautiful place, and really and truly, you know, in half an hour, everything has been destroyed. So, it's tough. We're going to have to fight through it day by day, you know, hour by hour, minute by minute. So, you know, I'm just here to make sure that the people of Carriacou know that we're with them. And we will do everything that we can to make sure that we can help them put back their lives together and hopefully do it in a more sustainable and resilient manner.
Grenada, Carriacou, and PC Martinique have faced one of their toughest challenges. Yet, what stands out is not the destruction, but the strength and determination of the people. From the first efforts to clear the debris to the next steps of rebuilding, the path forward has been one of collective resolve. As we continue on this journey, every step taken brings us closer to a stronger future, built on the foundation of resilience, unity, and progress. As we rebuild, our focus turns to the future. The Ministry of Mobilization, Implementation, and Transformation, with the support of key government bodies, is laying the groundwork for something bigger. Project Build Back Better is not just a response to what has been lost. It is a forward-facing plan to ensure the greater resilience and preparedness of our communities. This is only the beginning. Stay with us as we continue to document the progress, the stories, and the lives touched by this transformative project. There's more to come, and the future we're building is stronger, safer, and more sustainable. As we reflect on the monumental effort behind the cleanup, we want to extend our deepest gratitude to the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and PC Martinique. To every individual who volunteered, gave their time, and worked tirelessly, thank you. Your commitment has been the cornerstone of this recovery effort. We also extend our heartfelt gratitude to our corporate sponsors.
Thank you very much. And of course, so that's the nice little documentary that they put together from, of course, some things were from other existing things, but, you know, they put it together into one documentary. It had a narration and all of that to at least give people an idea as to the experiences that people had as a result of Hurricane Beryl. We're taking a break. Coming back. When we come back, we've got the national report for you. Before we do that break, again, we have to check out the weather. Of course, you know, but it has not been easy for the past few days. It's been a lot of water. And so I know that you're interested in knowing what the weather will be like for tonight and tomorrow. So we got this from the Met Office as usual. The weather is expected to be partly cloudy with a medium chance of light to moderate showers during cloudy spells. Tonight's minimum temperature, 26 degrees Celsius. Winds easterly at 8 to 18 miles per hour. Seas moderate with waves up to 7 feet in northerly to northeasterly swells. And a marine advisory is in effect. Weather for Tuesday expected to be generally fair, becoming partly cloudy with possible isolated showers. Max temperature for tomorrow 32 degrees Celsius, minimum 26.5 degrees Celsius. Winds northeasterly to southeasterly at 8 to 18 miles per hour. Seas moderate to slightly rough with waves up to 9 feet in northeasterly swells. And a marine advisory remains in effect. All right, so that's the weather for tonight and tomorrow. Okay, and bigging up the people who are currently on YouTube. We gotta say big up to people like Laverne and Suzanne, the whole crew who's always there, Glenora, Celine, and everybody, Marcus, everybody who's always there, Kellon, and the whole family, Mom Linton, everybody who's always there. Blessings to you also as well. Facebook people, Diana, how are you doing? Deva, Liz, Charmaine, Michelle, how are ya? Jacinta, who else is with us? Lydia, who else? Suzette, and well, Shum, and everybody else really who's always here on us with us. Yes, Java, tell them share one more time, bra. Share the thing, you don't share it. Share the thing, bra. I will start to call all the names. Share it. Liz, how much time to share? Charmaine, how many times did you share? How many times you share Suzette? None. Suzette don't share? Jacinta don't share? I call it not all. Charmaine, you share? How many times all the share? Some of all the day, all of those sharing. Share the business. Anyway, take care of yourselves. We'll touch base again tomorrow, God's willing. I'm hoping to see you guys with us again. Don't forget, we've got another round of debating coming up tomorrow, God's willing, for you at 5. So, no, I lie, 4 o'clock. So you can look forward to that. All right, guys, take care of yourselves and your family. May God bless you. We've got the national report coming up after this short break. Stay right there. Shall be back.
It's time to do better. Beacon's Be Better Group Health Plan now offers new and improved options that make health insurance affordable for small to medium businesses. Good medical cover gives you a competitive edge and takes care of the people that take care of your business. Get a better plan to build a better business. Call Beacon or log on to beacon.co.tt for more info today.
If you're working for a while, come by Cuts, I'll make you smile. Cuts Black Friday come around. We are the best prices in town. Black Friday starts now at Cuts. Yeah, it's back. Cuts Black Friday. I tell you, hurry fast. Traffic on the highway. You know we got unbeatable prices. And furniture, electronics, and appliances. Are you coming? Say yeah. Weekly prices. Biggest and best deals of this season. Shop and credit to win big. And pay nothing until next year, February. Rock out and come down to Cuts. Cuts already load. Cuts already load. Black Friday starts. Cuts already load. And go when Black Friday come out.
Welcome to the future of shopping with Real Value IGA mobile app. Now, your favorite supermarket is right in your pocket. Whether you're a student, a busy parent, or in the diaspora shopping for friends and family at home, a Yachty, or a Grenadian, our mobile app has you covered. Shop online with our mobile app from anywhere and enjoy free delivery to St. George and St. David. Or you can pick up your groceries in-store, hassle-free. Convenience, savings, and a seamless experience in Grenada. All right here at your fingertips. Download the Real Value IGA mobile app and start shopping today. Real Value IGA, bringing the supermarket to you.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via superb service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibbin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
Ever wonder how water goes from its natural source to coming out of our tap crystal clear and safe to drink? Well, let me introduce you to Grenada's National Water and Sewage Authority. They are the water wizards behind it all. A whopping 95% of all water comes from surface sources. This water might look muddy now, But wait until you see the transformation.
First, they add a non-toxic chemical to the water. This brings particles together, forming clumps in a process called coagulation. Next, a gentle stir helps the particles clump together. This is called flocculation. Gravity does its thing and the clumps settle to the bottom. This is sedimentation. Then the water is passed through a bed of sand. This filtration removes up to 95% of bacteria. See the difference? Now our water is clear and nearly bacteria free. Lastly, chlorine is added for disinfection, killing any remaining bacteria and making the water safe to drink.
And that, my friends, is how Nawasa brings pure, refreshing water from their surface sources to our pipes, our washpan, our buckets, whatever you think about.
This advertisement is the first in a series showcasing Nawasa's operations. Stay tuned for more in-depth insights into our services and initiatives.
This is the GIS News on Monday, November 11th, 2024. I am Sherry-Ann Noel. In the headlines, Grenada's Minister for Tourism assures international tour operators of this country's commitment to creating a resilient sector. Details to this story and more after this break.
Tourism is me, tourism is you, tourism is everybody, and tourism connects us all.
Did you know that tourism generates revenue and foreign exchange earnings?
Did you know it stimulates infrastructural development and facilitates cultural exchange among people?
You must know tourism is linked to all industries,
from agriculture to construction.
So support the industry today and be welcoming to all our visitors.
Tourism is my business. Tourism is your business. Tourism is our business. Listen one and all. Tourism connects us all.
A message from the Ministry of Tourism
and the Grenada Tourism Authority.
The Ministry of Youth and Sports wrapped up its parish-level youth parliament sessions in May and June 2024, where passionate young leaders from across Grenada boldly voiced their concerns and offered insightful recommendations on pressing issues, from capital punishment and education reform to firearm amnesty. These 2024 youth parliamentarians demonstrated sharp research, eloquent delivery, and a readiness to lead. They embodied the vibrant future of Grenada, stepping confidently into the roles of tomorrow's decision makers. The Division of Youth is getting ready for the second phase of the National Youth Parliament Program 2024, the National Youth Elections. Here are your candidates who will be campaigning to become National Youth Parliamentarians. St. Andrew Southeast, Amanda Japal George and Kevon George. St. Andrew Southwest, Zadie Barry and Cameron Sensier. St. Andrew Northeast, Emerson Calist and Kerrian Marast. St. Andrew Northwest, Derica Samuel and Joshua Andel. St. Patrick East, Asha McEwen Sylvester, Shanida Shade. St. Patrick West, Zinzi Noel and Sean Williams. St. Mark, Kiel Cyrus, Akim Phillip and Tiwana Scott. St. John, Sashona McVean and Elon James. St. David, Antonia Coutain and Tarek Miller. St. George Northeast, Kwesi Pope and Akim Williams. St. George Northwest, Jamal Mitchell and Angela Bowen. St. George South, Giovanna Mark and Jonathan Mitchell. St. George Southeast, Symphony Lord and Vonick Lewis. and the Tongue of St. George, Ray Maya Griffin and Melissa Julian. The National Youth Parliamentarians will be enrolled into the program for 2 years, in which they will be engaged in continuous leadership training. They will participate in regular national youth parliamentary debates. They will receive mentorship and will have access to the Division of Youth and Sports Community Support Grant Fund to assist with their various community initiatives. Young people, the countdown is on for your voices to be heard as to who you will want represent your constituency in the National Youth Parliament. Mark the date, December 5th. To vote, you must meet the following criteria. Must be between the ages of 16 to 35. Must be a Grenadian national and must submit a copy of a valid identification card or document. Registration ends November 22nd. For more information, please contact the Ministry of Youth and Sports on 440-6917 or email ascoy@youth.gov.gd.
Welcome back. Grenada commits to creating a tourism sector that is sustainable, inclusive and resilient. That was the commitment made by Honorable Adrian Thomas, Grenada's Minister for Tourism, Culture and the Creative Economy, when he addressed 42 operators from this country's major source markets. They are attending the 4th Annual Tour Operators Marketplace at the conference room of the True Blue Bay Resort.
This means that tourism growth must benefit not just visitors and partners, but also every Grenadian, especially those within the rural communities. Our administration, led by our distinguished Prime Minister, Honorable Dictor Mitchell, is focusing on 5 key strategies: sustainable development, safety and security, community engagement, public-private sector partnership, and building capacity and product development, all in an effort to enhance visitors' experience. By weaving these strategies into every facet of our tourism policy, we aim to protect our natural assets, empower our people, and create safe and memorable experience that will keep our partners interested and keep visitors coming back to our beautiful island. One of our primary goals is to ensure that tourism growth aligns with environmental stewardship, as Grenada is known for its lush landscapes, pristine beaches, and vibrant marine environment.
One of the primary goals, Senator Thomas says, is to ensure that Grenada's tourism growth aligns with the environment stewardship, as Grenada is known for its lush landscape, pristine beaches, and vibrant marine environment.
We have reduced the use of plastics, invested in 2 underwater sculpture parks, using eco-friendly materials such as pH-neutral concrete to create artificial reefs that support marine life and the environment.
CEO of the Grenada Tourism Authority, Petra Roach, says tourism in Grenada continues to grow and impact the economic livelihoods of Grenadians. CEO Roach further stated that the GTA is committed to building relationships with relevant stakeholders who in reality are the link the existing and future customers to the destination. Ms. Roach spoke ahead of the breakout sessions designed to create networking opportunities among the tour operators.
I firmly believe that coming to visit our shores, coming to interact with the local stakeholders, coming to see the product firsthand is no better way to be able to sell almost from your belly with the understanding of what the product Grenada represents. What is that experience proposition? What is the brand proposition? And we work really closely with a lot of stakeholders on the ground. That is the key to our success, I believe firmly.
Janelle Gangu, sales executive with Caribbean Airlines, one of GTA's travel partners, says Grenada is a growing destination and one that is very important to them, especially with increasing CAL's network within the Caribbean region.
We have 9 flights weekly from Trinidad to Grenada. We have 4 flights weekly from Barbados to Grenada. We also have connectivity via hubs Barbados and Trinidad to other regions in the Caribbean. So our commitment to serving the region is of utmost importance. We also have connectivity from our North American market, giving daily connectivity for Toronto, Florida, as well as New York. So this is a big deal for us. We have a lot of other competing islands to sell, but Grenada remains a household destination in our region, and that comes from Petra and her team being present in the market and pushing the destination. It's a pleasure to work with all the hoteliers as well and tour operators, and thank you for this opportunity again, Petra.
The GTA Tour Operators Marketplace will conclude on Wednesday, November 13th. The Grenada Authority for the Regulation of Financial Institutions, GAFIN, is maintaining oversight on the claims settlement process in the aftermath of Hurricane Beryl, which affected Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique on July 1, 2024. As a regulatory body responsible for the non-bank financial sector, including insurance companies and intermediaries, GAFIN has emphasized its commitment to ensuring order in the administration of claims and claim settlements. Deputy Executive Director Kellon Fletcher assured that GAFIN has been on the ground providing guidelines for those affected for claim settlements.
We have been in contact with companies. Many companies would have spoken to us about their progress with settling claims, the amount of claims they would have settled. One company over 2 million, another over 3 million, right? And they're still in process of settling and assessing. There are various challenges, sometimes the persons have left the sister isles and reside elsewhere, so that presents some challenges in accessing the properties and being able to speak with them to finalize the claim settlement and so forth. But we continue to monitor. We continue to impress upon the companies the need for effective and speedy resolution of claims. We continue to monitor through our off-site monitoring the claims provision, the value of outstanding claims, to ensure that it's not trending upwards, to ensure that any one company is not having issues based on the financial information. We continue to conduct proper market conduct oversight of the insurance companies to ensure that if we receive any complaints from the public, that these complaints are not because of improper action or improper procedures by the company.
We take our first break. The GIS News will return after these messages.
Grenada, it's time to save energy, save money, and build a sustainable future. The Ministry of Climate Resilience, the Environment, and Renewable Energy is launching the Residential Energy Conservation Challenge, inviting homeowners to cut down their electricity use and compete for fantastic prizes. It's simple. Sign up, adopt energy-saving habits, and track your monthly electricity reduction. Top participants with the greatest energy savings will receive exciting awards, including a grand prize for the biggest energy saver. Be part of the change, save on your bills, and help Grenada move toward a greener future. To join, register online at the Ministry of Climate Resilience Facebook page. Let's power down for a brighter tomorrow.
Well, at this time of the year, we do expect rainfall events because we will be affected by systems such as tropical wave passing through. We will have the presence of the ITCZ in our area, and we might even have tropical cyclones, whether it's depression or storm. Okay? So what we would expect is we will have big rain events. Okay? No matter how dry or wet the season is, we are going to have big rain events. So therefore it is important for every household to have some bit of water stored, because these big rain events normally put pressure on the water system. For example, we have landslides that may take away pipes. We may have heavy rainfall that would block the dams and so forth, and so your regular supply will be interrupted. So it is so important for every household to have the recommended 3 days storage of potable water in the household for such eventualities.
Welcome back. The Planning and Development Authority is on a drive to ensure that buildings are constructed better and in compliance with recognized codes to prevent total devastation like that which occurred after Hurricane Beryl. The authority is targeting between 100 to 150 builders and contractors for a construction training workshop on the OECS Building Code and Guidelines. It will be held at Bishop's College in Carriacou from 6 p.m. on Friday, November 15th, and will also draw resource persons from insurance companies and banking institutions, among others. The training module will be presented by Mr. Carlisle Glean Jr. of Glean's Construction and Engineering Company, and on completion, certificates of participation will be presented. Ms. Janice Leslie, Acting CEO at the Planning and Development Authority, says the practice by some of not building based on acceptable codes is very concerning.
There is such a need for builders and contractors that people who may have even worked or just has the experience of tradespersons, of laborers. Everyone is presenting themselves as builders these days. We have seen some terrible examples of reconstruction, and we are saying, hey, we need to step in as the authority and ensure that everyone builds to code. So that is why we have done some initiatives in the past with CDEMA, for example. We had Dr. Grenville Phillips. He came to the island and met with some industry persons, but we felt the need to do a more hands-on and a more practical approach to the training.
The authority's lead building development control officer for Carriacou, Ruben Ross, says poor building practices were a major contributor to the level of destruction experienced in Carriacou on the wake of Hurricane Beryl. He says when substandard material is used, it can be the detriment of the homeowner and will even cost them more in the end.
After Hurricane Beryl, we did some structural assessment, and we realized that a lot of the structural failures happened because of lack of following the OECS Building Code and the guidelines. And that results in a lot of failures, a lot of damages to both commercial and residential buildings. I know most of the contractors and builders, they're motivated by profit, is obvious, and they try to cut costs by using substandard material. And that is in itself is wrong, because these materials, when you use these substandard materials, in the event of a hurricane, it may even cause loss of life, because these materials are not strong enough to withstand up to category 5 hurricane. Sometimes even a lesser category, it wouldn't be able to hold against it. So that's why it's very important that these builders and contractors follow the building code and the building guidelines and do what is right.
Ross says the authority is working with home and building owners who need guidance to ensure that mistakes are minimized during the rebuilding process.
We have officers on the ground in Carriacou at the moment assessing buildings and giving the necessary advice. We have some formats that is placed at the resource center in Carriacou and PD Martinique, where the individuals who are seeking advice and guidance, they can fill out that form, and once they do that, we collect the form, we give them a call, we visit the sites, and we do the necessary assessments. And once we do that, we're able to advise them and tell them, what needs to be done in order to strengthen their structures, what needs to be done in order to, like, for instance, if they lose the roof, how to put it back properly. We just guide them along the building process. And in the event of complete loss, we also recommend that they, also do a sketch, maybe do a drawing. I may add that the application fees for Carriacou and Peter Martinique has been waived, but you still have to do the complete drawing and submit so we can assess it in order to be safe and secure.
WestJet Airlines, founded in 1994 and headquartered in Calgary, Alberta, the second largest airline in Canada, will be expanding its sun destinations with new seasonal service to Grenada as the airline continues to meet the needs of Canadian travelers. The Grenada destination expands accessibility to Grenada for Canadians, inviting them to explore the Spice Islands' vibrant culture, pristine beaches, and lush landscapes. Cindy Gerhardt of WestJet Vacations, presently in Grenada participating in GTA's tour operators marketplace, says the inaugural flight for the seasonal service will begin on December 15th with a 174 seating capacity.
I'm here to learn about the hotel programs, what we can add for our market in Canada so that we can get some more people, more Canadians, more consumers motivated to travel to Grenada. So we're really looking forward to having that market be more prevalent in Canada and with WestJet Vacations.
Cindy says already she has gathered much needed information to share with the WestJet Vacations team on the destination.
It's a beautiful island, beautiful people. Everyone is so friendly. The service everywhere has been fantastic. The island is so lush. We did an island tour yesterday that was beautiful. It's just been a great experience so far. I'm really looking forward to tomorrow. We're doing site inspections at the hotels, so I'm really looking forward to seeing the hotels and seeing what each hotel has to offer. It's a seasonal service, so it's going to start in December and the end of April on Sundays. So hopefully business will go very, very well and we'll be able to add some more flights, maybe make it year-round. That's going to have to be an evolution with the program, see how well it works, make sure that we've got the right fit, and then naturally it should increase. We just have to see how business goes.
WestJet will have a once-weekly flight into MBIA from Toronto on Sundays in the first instance, December 15, 2024 to April 2025. Once there is a growing demand for the service, the possibility may present itself an increase in the number of flights to Grenada. We take our second break. The GIS News will return after these messages.
The Ministry of Youth and Sports wrapped up its parish-level youth parliament sessions in May and June 2024, where passionate young leaders from across Grenada boldly voiced their concerns and offered insightful recommendations on pressing issues, from capital punishment and education reform to firearm amnesty. These 2024 youth parliamentarians demonstrated sharp research, eloquent delivery, and a readiness to lead. They embodied the vibrant future of Grenada, stepping confidently into the roles of tomorrow's decision makers. The Division of Youth is getting ready for the second phase of the National Youth Parliament Program 2024, the National Youth Elections. Here are your candidates who will be campaigning to become National Youth Parliamentarians. St. Andrew Southeast, Amanda Japal George and Kevon George. St. Andrew Southwest, Zadie Barry and Cameron Sensier. St. Andrew Northeast, Emerson Calist and Kerrian Marast. St. Andrew Northwest, Derricka Samuel and Joshua Andel. St. Patrick East, Asha McEwen Sylvester, Shanida Shade. St. Patrick West, Zinzi Noel and Sean Williams. St. Mark, Kiel Cyrus, Akim Phillip and Tiwana Scott. St. John, Sashona McVean and Elon James. St. David, Antonia Coutain and Tarek Miller. St. George Northeast, Kwesi Pope and Akim Williams. St. George Northwest, Jamal Mitchell and Angela Bowen. St. George South, Giovanna Mark and Jonathan Mitchell. St. George Southeast, Symphony Lord and Vonick Lewis. And the Tongue of St. George, Ray Meyer Griffin and Melissa Julian. The National Youth Parliamentarians will be enrolled into the program for 2 years, in which they will be engaged in continuous leadership training. They will participate in regular national youth parliamentary debates. They will receive mentorship and will have access to the Division of Youth and Sports Community Support Grant Fund to assist with their various community initiatives. Young people, the countdown is on for your voices to be heard as to who you will want represent your constituency in the National Youth Parliament. Mark the date, December 5th. To vote, you must meet the following criteria. Must be between the ages of 16 to 35. Must be a Grenadian national and must submit a copy of a valid identification card or document. Registration ends November 22nd. For more information, please contact the Ministry of Youth and Sports on 440-6917 or email ascoy@youth.gov.gd.
For climate change, what is Grenada going to experience?
going to experience water shortage. It's going to experience, particularly after storm hurricanes, the Nawasa system is going to break down, and you will need water in between. Rainwater harvesting could help. So rainwater harvesting is not only about getting water for drinking or for use. It is also about minimizing flooding and flood control.
Welcome back. Teacher guides and principals from 79 primary and secondary schools across the island will benefit from Savings Union Operations Management workshops. The Grenada Authority for the Regulation of Financial Institutions, GAFIN, will soon commence a series of training workshops aimed at strengthening the School Savings Union program across Grenada. The training is being facilitated by the Grenada Authority for the Regulation of Financial Institutions, GAFIN, as the authority responsible for the regulation and supervision of the non-bank financial sector, including School Savings Union. Mrs. Matonia Monroe, Senior Examiner in the Non-Banking Division at the GAFIN, highlighted that while school saving unions do not bear as much financial risk as other entities under GAFIN supervision, their importance cannot be underestimated.
We are more or less bringing it back, particularly since after COVID and the recent events of the pandemic that has prevented us from doing most of these things that we tend to do on a more regular basis. But the Savings Union, within its own core, is important. It may not necessarily bear as much risk as the broader entities that we supervise and regulate. However, given the fact that it's students and it's their deposits, as of the last check, the total deposit base stood at just over $2 million, and that's pretty significant across the primary and secondary schools over Grenada. It doesn't just involve government-based schools, but also privately owned institutions. And so we are engaging to go out, in fact, as early as tomorrow, God's spare, where we would have extensive training. It's going to be a daily training for 3 days, covering each of the 6 parishes across Grenada.
Monroe says GAFIN will also conduct the sessions on the Sister Isles in due time.
With respect to Carriacou and Petite Martinique, given the current events of the Hurricane Beryl, we are working together with the PS there to be able to ensure that we can have a suitable time to be able to bring that training to them. But it's really just about bringing back knowledge, refreshing knowledge as to the Junior Cooperative Society, the bylaws that govern that. We are targeting teacher guides, which are generally responsible for the overall operations of the Savings Union, and our principals, which provide oversight over those particular teachers and ensuring that they understand the purpose of it, which is for thrift, and to help develop a sense of understanding among children at a young age, the value of savings, and also to expose them to some extent as to how the cooperative body movement operates in Grenada.
On November 12, 2024, the sessions will be held at the VIP Lounge Level 2, Kirani James National Stadium, St. George, for schools in St. George and St. David. On November 14th, it will be held at the Utility Square, second level above Grenville, St. Andrew, for schools in St. Andrew and some schools in St. Patrick. On November 19th, it will take place at the Anglican Pastoral Center, Wharf, St. John's, for schools in St. John and St. Mark, and some schools in St. Patrick. Moving along, 1 week after its soft launch at the Monkmorris Breakfast, CEO of Dowden's Aviation Inc., Dennis Dowden Jr., has announced that tours will officially begin on December 1st, 2024. Mr. Dowden made the pronouncement while attending his first official GTA event, the Tour Operators Marketplace at the True Blue Bay Resort on Monday. He says all the necessary paperwork and permissions are in process from the relevant authorities.
We're in our final stages with all their final inspections with ECA and the Grenada Civil Aviation Authority. We will be operational here within the next 2 to 3 weeks, and we'll kick off December 1st with our tours. We have a couple different tours set up already pre-approved through ECA. We have a half island tour, a full island tour, and we priced everything out pretty reasonable. And like I said, once we get going, the sky's the limit for us.
2025, Dowden says, will see an increase in the number of helicopters and the introduction of a very interesting and exciting service.
Next year, we'll also be bringing skydiving, and we have some other projects in the works. I don't want to give everything away too quickly, but we have lots of other projects in works, including education. But tourism is a big thing here. I got a chance. We do this in America right now. We're out of White Plains, New York. We conduct all our flights in and around Manhattan. And for me, it's time to come home. I was a police officer for 20 years. Before that, I was in the military. I served in the U.S. Army. I retired. I was talking to my wife and said, listen, this is a chance for us to get home. I'd like to come back here. I'm from Mount Morris. All my family's from Mount Morris. So we stay strong. We stay strong. We definitely stay strong over there. So it was great. We got to fly the Prime Minister last week. We did a soft introduction to the breakfast, and we were allowed to, we gave away some free flights to anybody who wanted to come in and put a $10 raffle in. So we're really excited about this opportunity to come down here and put Grenada as #1 on the map for the Caribbean destination.
Information on bookings and costings, he says, will be shared via the social media platform, 11th Aviation, Inc. We take our final break. When we return, we hear about the donation of mobility aid to the Ministry of Social Development.
Well, at this time of the year, we do expect rainfall events because we will be affected by systems such as tropical wave passing through. We will have the presence of the ITCZ in our area, and we might even have tropical cyclones, whether they're depression or storm. Okay? So what we would expect is we will have big rain events. Okay? No matter how dry or wet the season is, we are going to have big rain events. So therefore it is important for every household to have some bit of water stored, because these big rain events normally put us pressure on the water system. For example, we have landslides that may take away pipes. We may have heavy rainfall that would block the dams and so forth, and so your regular supply will be interrupted. So it is so important for every household to have the recommended 3 days storage of potable water in the household for such eventualities.
Make sure you have your radio and your batteries too. Waterproof flashlight candles will do. Tin stuff, garbage bag, first aid kit. Come on people, make sure you have it. Clean water in a container and a hurricane plan. Hear me no man.
Hurricane damage is beyond your control. Surviving the aftermath is up to you. Have a hurricane plan. It can save your life and your family too.
Prepare for hurricane. Your hair, prepare for hurricane.
Welcome back. The Ministry of Social and Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs on Monday received a donation of mobility aids and other essential items aimed at improving the lives of senior citizens across Grenada. The generous donation was made by Christy Wall, a dedicated volunteer with the Grenada National Council of the Disabled, GNCD, for the past 2.5 years. Christy's volunteerism in partnership with the Grenada Council of the Disabled came about from the passing of her father. During the handover, she expressed appreciation to both the ministry and the council for partnering in an initiative that will significantly benefit elderly citizens.
It was so beautiful because now I'm able to come in. And so what I do is I find wheelchairs. I bring them in. There's a lady, she's on the Zoom today. She's 86 years young, Joanne, and she goes out and she finds the stuff and I bring it in. And the Council of the Disabled finds people. Sometimes I know people, but we work together. And I just want to encourage all of us that maybe our stories might started off a little rough, but if we continue to help each other, we're going to make this place a better place, right? Together with God. So I just am so grateful for this partnership and that we were able to bring in a 20-foot trailer. Just recently, and one of my friends, I think he's on here too, Mike, hi, and he drove a trailer 14 hours to Whiskey Shippers to bring it here.
Hillary Gabriel, program coordinator of the GNCD, extended her heartfelt gratitude to Minister Gloria Thomas and her ministry for their ongoing support, emphasizing the importance of collaborative efforts to uplift the lives of vulnerable groups.
I'm emotional because when I ask for help, they never turn us down.
Minister, we thank you. I'm not doing the vote of thanks, but I'm really happy that we have a ministry we could turn to help people. And today, it's a very significant day for GNCD and the ministry and Christy and her team in the U.S.
Senator Gloria Thomas, Minister for Social Development, acknowledged the value of Wall's contribution and underscored her ministry's commitment to supporting impactful initiatives.
We are a ministry that deals with people. We respond to the needs of people in general, and especially the disabled. We have a passion for working with them, because we know the discrimination that they have been faced with in this country. We know most of the time their rights are being denied because they have a little defect or a little disability, and this is what we are fighting to ensure, that they come to the fore, their rights are recognized. We are so happy to be part of this handing over exercise here this morning, where we will hand over the mobility aids and the supplies to Top Hill Carriacou, to the hospital and the other areas that will need those supplies. I want to really highlight the need for private-public partnership. We cannot do it alone. And when Ms. Wall and persons like her and organizations that hold the same sentiment come forward, we need to embrace them, work together, coordinate, and make sure that the supplies reach the people in need.
And with that story, come to the end of the GIS News for Monday, November 11th, 2024. On behalf of the entire news and production team, I am Sherry Ann Noel, thanking you for viewing.